This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here, WrestleMania Press Junket. You know my guest at this time, NXT superstar and future NXT Women's Champion, Zoey Stark. How we doing?
Yes, I'm amazing. Love that intro. Thank you. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Yeah. Seriously, I love the energy. I love being here and getting to talk to all these people.
It's exciting right now, right? Like, it's a fun time. This is my first time doing, like, a media junket. It's a great experience.
Yeah. Well, you've talked to like 18 different people, so I'm going to bring up something that probably nobody else has brought up today, and that's your ACL injury, obviously, right? I'm sure I'm the first person.
You're the first one to bring that up, so I really, really appreciate you reminding me of a most traumatic time in my life.
Yeah, I'll get to some good stuff. Don't worry. But like when you came back, all right. So we'll start there. That's good stuff. I've talked to a number of athletes who have come back from injuries, whether it's a torn pec, whether it's a knee injury of that nature. And they always express like they had some kind of a little bit of hesitation, so they were able to come back in and test it and then get that confidence back. What was that experience like for you?
It was hard. It took me some time to even just to train my knee how to run again, because I was running just a little lopsided and stuff, because you're favoring that side because you're scared of it happening again. But once you go through that surgery, that knee is going to be much stronger than the other knee. So yes, you have some hesitation, but it's all mental at the end of the day. You know, if you tell yourself, oh, this is going to happen, more than likely it's going to happen. So you got to think positively and just keep it going.
Yeah, and that injury you sustained somewhere around Thanksgiving 2021. It was November?
It was the Halloween show, October 31st.
There you go. So, so right in best time of the year, right in front of the holidays.
Yeah,
I'm sure that made your Christmas fantastic.
Oh, it was great, having to get on an airplane and with a... That was an experience.
Totally awesome. But, like, you were back by the summer. I mean, I'm no doctor, but that's a relatively quick turnaround. So the recovery process had to have gone extremely well then.
So, they were thinking that I would be out for at least a year. At least a year. And when the doctor told me that, I was like, no, it's not happening. Like, there's no way I'm going to let that happen. I need to be back within 8 months. He said it's not going to happen.
So was it just sheer will and determination, a little bit of luck? How'd you pull that one off?
I got to give a lot of credit to my physical therapist, Lauren. She was absolutely amazing, and I had to have been very hard to deal with because I needed to be there every single day, multiple hours a day, and she would tell me to relax. I can't relax. She doesn't know this yet, but I even did some rehab at home, which I'm pretty sure I wasn't allowed to do.
Well, hey, if you're watching this.
So she probably,
Totally.
She'll be like, what? Really? But it worked. Right, I came back 8.5 months, a lot earlier than what they expected. At first I said 6 months, and that just didn't happen. So 8.5, I was happy with that.
Now, you didn't stay away while you were gone. You worked out as a producer for a little bit, kind of give you a different look at the business from a different angle, different lens.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you learned in particular that you have now been able to use that has made you a better performer since you've come back in the ring?
Producing's hard. That's gave me a whole new respect for that. You know, Matt Bleav, Coach Bleav, he gave me the opportunity to really sit there and shadow a few people to figure out how it all really works out. And it just shows everything in a different light of how things work and how to tell a story. At that now, even as a performer, I don't think as a normal just performer. I'm thinking of TV, you know, how the producers work. And I work a lot with Johnny Moss, and he's amazing. So it changed everything, story-wise and how I perform and every little bit. So it taught me a lot, inside of the ring and out.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, the casual viewer or even those who look at, you know, professional wrestling in a negative light, they don't realize how much the work, but how much just of a mental game putting on a basic match is.
Right.
Like, this isn't about me, but like I trained for a year, you know, and just going through it, and it's like, just figure from ring placement to, okay, where's the hard camera? There's so much that goes into it, and you discovered even more that went into it after.
Yes, and then I was even able to sit in the truck where the director's at and watch how he does everything, and you just learn so much more when you put yourself in those situations, and everything's in a different light at that point. You don't look at it the same way anymore, because now you're thinking, okay, that camera's over there, that camera's over here. If I'm doing something, I need to be facing this way. And, like, you're breaking it all down.
Now, I promise I'll get to some more good stuff, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing on your return back. You were scheduled to be part of the women's tag team title tournament, and that ultimately did not happen. Yourself and Nikita got taken out. I mean, that's a big opportunity, and it kind of fell by the wayside this year. I mean,
it's opportunity, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm a firm believer in that. It just wasn't the time to do it at that point. That's fine.
the good stuff I was going to mention. You got to take part in the Royal Rumble this year.
See what I mean? Like, everything happens for a reason, right? So that was a better I don't want to say better opportunity, but it's the Royal Rumble. Like, to say that I was a part of that, that was amazing.
For 26 minutes, you were in that match.
26 minutes. Longer than the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, right?
Yes.
A lot better than her.
Now, we talk about the chaos of just a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
You're in there with like
6. Well, 5 other girls.
Yeah.
6 of us.
How does the chaos of the Royal Rumble compare to a regular match?
I don't think you can compare it, can you? A lot of bodies, a lot of ladders will be flying around. So you just got to look, keep your head on a swivel. You got to be looking both ways.
You've actually been very busy because not only have you been on NXT, not only were you in the Royal Rumble, you have been showing up on main event tapings. Yes. I watched you take on Dana Brooke in Cincinnati, where I'm from. That was a great match, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But obviously, if you're on main event, you're in the Royal Rumble, they were going to put you on SmackDown. Obviously, they're looking at you, right? Like, how do you compartmentalize everything and focus on, okay, this is cool and maybe a call-ups in my future, but I also got work to do here in NXT.
Yeah, I'm just focused on the present right now. Like you said, all of that's great, and it will happen at some point. But I want that NXT Women's Championship on me before I do go to main roster, right? So, like, that's my goal right now.